Hello everybody, my name is Trepidanos and welcome to The Cold Case of Noella Bejerot. This is a game that's currently being funded on Kickstarter, which I'll leave a link down in the description below, and it is a comedic murder mystery featuring Grace Sinclair, a young detective who faints at the sight of blood. A game for PC and Mac. So, let's jump right into it. Let's see it, there we go. A gorgeous young lady stood on the steps of a once loving home. Her beautiful heart beat in protest of how her father had just thrown her out into a cruel, unforgiving world. Normally, any other young lady would totally freak, but not this angelic creature. No! She stood calm and composed. She looked out to the world, ready to defy all odds and become independent at the tender young age of 20 summers. Oh, who am I kidding? I dropped out of high school and now my dad's kicking me out of the house. And to be honest, I'm probably only like a 9 out of 10. Okay, 7 out of 10. But at least my life will get way better after this. I hope. Dad? Please let me back in. I'll get a job and pay for rent. I'll cook and clean and do all the chores too from now on. He's really serious about kicking me out, isn't he? Ah! The sun's going down. Well, maybe if I find a place to stay for the night, Dad'll change his mind in the morning. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So it's a click-based game. Got save feature, options, I guess skipping around. I don't know what that is yet. But I don't want to click things I don't know yet. As such, let's head up. This is the way to school. I'd rather not go down this road. I like the music, I'm loving the backdrops. Head left. This is my neighbor's house. They have a 12-year-old kid and twin babies. I'm sure they have their hands full. Maybe there's somewhere else I can spend the night. Head right. Oh, the neighborhood playground. Being here always makes me feel at peace. Still remember when I slid down that slide and landed headfirst into a pile of dirt like it was yesterday. Probably because it was yesterday. Anyway, I better get back to finding a place to stay. Oh, haven't we all been there before? Head downward. This is the way to the bus station. A long drive always makes me feel better when I'm having a bad day. I can learn to pause now and then to at least, keep looking around. Oh, okay, this just takes us back. This is the way to the bus station. Oh, okay. Get on the bus. I can only think that, yeah, but these kind of buses you actually have to pay to get on, so I don't think you're going anywhere, sweetheart. But we can try. No fear, no share. Share? What? You think of a better rhyme? I'm sorry. Looks like I have to find some money if I want to ride. Throughout the game, Grace will need to find objects in order to progress through the story. Items Grace thinks are important will light up when you hover over them with your mouse. Ooh. Like this guy. Clearly important. Hang on. Ooh! My favorite gummy bears. Oh, it's empty. Wait, was I supposed to be looking for money? Coffee. It's empty, though. Guess whoever drank it was in such a rush they couldn't walk 2 steps to the trash can. Yummy snacks. Oh, there's coins under there. Aha! 52 cents. I have money. Maybe now I can ride the bus. You have wishful thinking if it's that cheap. Because I don't live in a very suburb area or very city-like place where there's, bus terminals and whatnot, but still, I would think there'd be a lot more to it than that. Anything else to click on besides the old geezer and the gummy bears and the snacks? I got the share. What? The money. I got the money. 52 cents. A bus ride is $1.50, lady. But. Oh, geez, lady, if you're gonna cry about it, just get on. Really? Come on.
before I change my mind.
Thank you, sir. Grace gets off the bus. Grace's stomach grumbles. Dad, keep me out before I had dinner. Probably a good idea to find a snack. Grace walks into the convenience store. It's not like I'm going to hurt anybody from stealing a few snacks. Snacks that the owners sell to afford their house, clothes, and food. I'm just going to get one snack, okay? Let's see here. Walk by the drink selection. Of course there are a lot of chocolate milk. Walk by the snack aisle. No way! Is that a bag of super amazing jumbo sweet tooth gummy bears? That is a long title for a gummy bear package. Then again, they have a thing called a whatchamacallit, so... Eh? Those are my favorite! Sneakily sneak the gummy bears. Oh, I can't take it. Oh, come on! You were saying I need a snack, but now you back out. Shame on you. Getting cold feet at the last second. What if the owners of this place can't afford their cell service if I take the snack? Or worse, their internet provider! I need to find a way to ease my conscience before I can appease my stomach. Let's see, we went by the drinks, just to the snack aisle. Talk to the lady at the register. Etekathalfe. Hey, how's it going? Fantastic, thanks for asking. Oh, good. Look at my... okay, I get the voice for this. Look at my super expensive ring my boyfriend bought me. Oh, that's shiny, all right. I know, right? So you wouldn't happen to know if, say, a bag of chips went missing, the store wouldn't, like, completely close down or anything? Right? Beats me. Oh, text message from Josh. Aw, he wants me to theme me. He wants to theme me, but I have work to do. Sorry, babe, I'm working today, and I'm the only one here. It sucks. The girl goes back to stare at her ring. Well, she's not very helpful. If only I could know for sure that business was going well for them. Well, we just talked to her, so I guess... 20, 40, 60, 80... That's a lot of $20 bills. Okay, if I take one snack, it shouldn't hurt them too bad. Hey, I know you want to get a closer look at my ring, but you can't be back here. Oh, sorry.
Alright, so clearly they're doing well for business, so let's take those gummy bears.
No way! Oh, right, she recycles the... This looks delicious! Okay, if I can just sneak this into my pocket... Oh,
Hands where I can see him!
I don't know what voice to get. I didn't do it!
Put the money in the bag!
I didn't take any money.
Ha! This is great. You better not call the cops or I'll come back and kill you. You hear?
I won't call anybody.
Who on the floor with your hands behind your back? Ah, crap. Looks like we missed him. Who should we bring in for questioning, ma'am?
Delilah. I'll figure out a voice for her in a second. We'll need to bring in everyone for their witness accounts. I apologize for the inconvenience. I suppose you all came here for a convenience because this is a convenience store, but having to get questions inconvenient, right? Isn't that funny? The customers all join together in one collective groan. I thought it was funny. The police escort the customers out of the store. Ooh, I like where this is going. Poor Grace. The puppy dog eyes. Awkward silence. I did it! I stole a super amazing jumbo sweet tooth gummy bear bag. Please don't lock me up forever. Delilah munches on the super amazing jumbo sweet tooth gummy bears. Oh, dang, I don't have anything to actually emote those. Oh, these are good. What's your name, dear? Grace Sinclair, ma'am. I'm Detective Araceli. Oh, damn, I got that on the first try, I think. Oh, damn. sorry, I don't usually see a name like that. But call me Delilah, seeing as how close in age we look. Delilah stares intensely at Grace. Sure thing, Delilah. Alright, I like this girl. Hey, since I like you so much, I even pay for your gummy bears. I can learn to speak. That you're eating. But you have to tell me what you saw. How's that, hun? And I won't go to jail. Not if you cooperate. I'll tell you everything! Great. Now, what do you remember from the robbery? Well, I got off the bus and went into the convenience store. I asked the cashier how everything was going, but she wouldn't shut up about her boyfriend, some fancy pants ring he got her. Right, and then I went behind the counter and looked at the cash register to make sure the business was doing well. Because if the business was doing well, they wouldn't miss one little bag of gummy bears, right? Yes, dear, this is great and all. But could you skip to the robbery part? Oh, well, I went to the aisle with the gummy bears and snuck them under my shirt, under hoodie. That's when I got caught. Right, and the robber? Do you remember anything about the robber? I'm not the robber? Looks like we're no closer to finding the culprit. Wait! Yes? Did you remember anything? No, but there's always a solution. Well, thanks for your positive attitude and cooperation. I'll make sure you won't receive any punishment for the gummy bears. Thanks. Kinda makes me feel worse that I don't know how to help you out, though. It's alright, the cashier probably saw more of the robber anyway. Except she's refusing to talk for some reason. Huh, that's odd. Yeah, she's probably just scared or something. She was the only one behind the counter, so that's got to be scary being all alone like that. That's right. She was the only one who was working tonight. Is that important? Could be. If the robber had known she was the only one working, it would be a good time to rob the place. Easy to keep an eye on one person, make sure they don't press the panic button. Yeah, but only a few people would know she was the only one working that day. But that helps us narrow down our suspects. The only ones who would know that she was working alone tonight would be her boss, her other employees, and her boyfriend! There must have been someone working on the inside of the store that let the robber know when to come in. Who was the robber's inside accomplice? It was me! Clearly, because, makes way too much sense, The bus driver. He is also getting there, just stopping randomly at a gas station for no particular reason other than convenience. Clearly, the cashier's boyfriend will be the inside accomplice because he doesn't work there. But clearly, cashier. I think it was the cashier. So the cashier... What did the cashier do that proves she was working with the robber? Received a ring, sent a text with schedule. She drank Cocoa Moo. Or she showered in money. Like, clearly. But no, she basically told her boyfriend, I'm working tonight, though. Yeah, can't hang out. The cashier sent that text with her schedule. That text had to have let the robber know he could come into the store with no one else around to stop him. But what is the robber's motive? To afford expensive jewelry. Or to have a lifetime supply of chocolate milk. Who doesn't want a lifetime supply of chocolate milk? As much as I want to click on that one. Of course! The robber could use the money to buy expensive jewelry. That means the robber is the bus driver. Always back to the bus driver. The boyfriend. Of course, it was the boyfriend. Oh, that makes sense. And the boyfriend could continue to buy her expensive jewelry. Oh, we really pieced this together. There's always a solution. But seriously, that was incredible. To think, you didn't even see the crime. You just solved this case by putting a few clues together. Well, I think you did most of the solving, to be honest. Maybe you're right, but bouncing ideas off of each other leads us to the solution. I could really use a partner like you. How would you like a job here? Wait, what? You are over the age of 18, correct? Yes, ma'am, but this is really sudden. Oh, I'm sorry. People always tell me I'm a little intense. This is way too out of the blue, but I really could use a job. Dad will probably change his mind about kicking me out tomorrow, but that doesn't mean my high school will take me back. I need a job even if it's temporary. Is everything alright, dear? You look upset. Oh no, I was just thinking, I want the job. Really? That's great. I'll just run it by my boss and see if we can get you an interview. How early can you be here tomorrow? Oh, let's see. Is there a problem? Well, it's just, I just moved into town. I'm not sure where the cheaper hotels are. Yeah, that's it. Oh, is that all? Just stay at my place. Really? Thank you so much. Don't mention it. Ooh, this is a nice place. Got a stereo right here. Got a book. Nice flat screen TV. Nice little kitchen area with actually... think it's a kitchen area? And the egg chair. I like this. Oh boy, if I had an ideal apartment, this would probably be one of them. Grace and Delilah enter a small, cozy apartment. I hope you don't mind sleeping on the couch. I can't fall asleep very well if I'm not in my own bed. Not really sure why that is. Oh no, I don't mind at all. As long as I read something, I could fall asleep in a heartbeat. That's probably why I kept failing all those tests in school. Feel free to read any of my books on my bookshelf over there. I'll wake you up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m.? Better go to sleep early. This is so exciting. We'll be like two young hip girls taking down delinquents all over town. Home fry. You sure you want to talk like that? Yep, that'll be us. Right, wrong voice. That'll be us, home fry. Oh, it's cringy to say. Good night. I can't do it. Night, home frizzle. Cheese? Kind. I could try to call Dad now or just go to bed. I don't know, he's probably worrying about us, wondering where we are, perhaps, or, I don't know. Or perhaps he could just tell us to, go screw ourselves because we failed at high school and whatnot. So you know what? No, we're reading a book. Grace picks a book from Delilah's modest library. Let's see what the kids are saying these days. This looks interesting. Grace flips through the pages, first few pages. I think I'm ready to hit the fluff box, dog. What am I reading? Oh, we have a second option to call him, but... yeah, no. Screw him. To the cops who copped the best 2016. How do you cop a year? Oh. Delilah walks into the police station with Grace following a considerable distance after her. Ah, so great to be awake in the fresh morning air. Don't you think so too, Grace? Yeah, yes, yep, yeah. Okay, wait right here and I'll go get our head detective. Hey, let me just sit down real quick. I'll just rest my... My, what a gorgeous hat they have laying back here. Okay, Lim. Judging by his appearance, I'm going to say he should sound like... Look, Delilah, I know I'm always glad how enthusiastic you are about your new position as detective, but this is your third prodigy child this month. She's different. She solved my case without even questioning a witness. She was at the crime scene. Sorry, I gotta make sure I read who's saying what before I actually decide to, do anything. How do you know she wasn't just ratting out her accomplice? She wasn't just ratting out an accomplice. Listen to your elders for once. Not that I'm much older than you. Okay. But if she ends up being another girl who guessed how many candies there were in a jar, or someone who just happened to be really great at crossword puzzles, I won't interview your prodigy kids anymore. Yes! I promise you won't be disappointed. Also, anyone who guessed 268 candies when there were 300 is an extremely talented person. I'm sure. I like Lim. Delilah and Lim walk over to Grace. Hey, Grace. I did it!
Awkward silence. Did she fall asleep while standing?
Oh, hi, Delilah.
No. Lim walks away.
Wait! Still loving this. You promised.
I'm sorry, Delilah, but how can you expect me to interview Rainbow Head over there when she hasn't even had nap time?
I made sure she was over 18 this time.
Delilah.
I really do believe in her.
Alright, but I've got an important case waiting. We're going to skip the interview and go straight to testing her skills.
What? I can ask her to wait till tomorrow.
You seem so enthusiastic. Why are you backing out now?
When I first got my detective job, I was assisted by my superior and learned the ropes. I wasn't just thrown in first thing. Plus, the department usually gives you the hardest cases to crack.
Exactly. It'll be the perfect test.
You just enjoy watching people suffer, don't you?
Nothing wrong with a little teasing. I thought you'd be happy.
I'm not so sure about this now.
Let's go get your girl.
Lim and Delilah walk back over to Grace.
I'm sorry about that, darling. I'm Lin Yasui? I hope it's Yasui. If I'm mispronouncing that, please correct me. I'm Lin Yasui, head of Burns Detective Agency. How would you like to assist me at today's crime scene?
You mean I got the job?
No, not yet. But if you help me solve today's little mystery, I'll hire you right away. How's that sound?
Oh, like an evaluation?
Exactly.
Delilah shifts uncomfortably. I'm so in! It's just a simple case, right?
Of course.
Perfect. I'll have a job in no time, and then Dad will Okay. And then Dad will let me move back in. Probably.
Grace, Delilah, and Lim enter the crime scene. This is your classic homicide case. The casino security guard, Sanjay Green, called in at 20:45 to report the murder. The one who was killed was the owner of the casino, Jonah Mort. Of course, the killer deleted the video footage of anyone coming and going from the surveillance room at the time of the murder. You can ask Delilah for more specifics on the suspect testimonies. Feel free to investigate the crime scene, and when you feel ready to solve the case, come talk to me.
You can find evidence by moving around. Okay, it's serious things are important. Will light up. Click on them to reveal clues. All the evidence you find will be kept in your case files in the top left corner of the screen. Alright, right there.
Alright. Hey, look over here.
And hello. Serial bank robber strikes again. Big money bucks bank vault destroyed by drill. This paper is from This paper is from 2 nights ago. I wonder if this could be tied to the murder somehow.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, this square looks oddly suspicious. With its, framing. But on a game like this, always...
Okay, hang on. Alright. Just list what we had done. Alright. Okay, the employee's door is there, but I want to check this room first. Okay. This is where Herbert's son won $600 on the night of the murder. There's some odd residue on this. I wonder if this could be an important clue. Alright. I didn't know about $600 yet, or who this person is, so I should probably actually talk to her before I investigate the room. Would you like to review the suspect's testimonies? Statements. Testimonies. Statements. Same thing! I don't know. Alright, let's go. Sanjay, that's the security guard they mentioned. Maxine, I love her expression when she's like, no! The puppy dog eyes she has. His eyes shrink a little bit and dilate, but they don't necessarily shift away too much. Herbert. Okay, this is the guy that won the $600, right? So he looks a bit shifty there. Bags under his eyes, but so is he. He's got a few bags under his eyes, but don't blame him. And then Jonah, which is the person that died. Alright, let's start with Jonah. Jonah Mort, 5'6", 162 pounds, age 28. Oy. Inherited the Maroon Rose Casino from his late father. That's a bit of a mean alliteration there. Maroon Rose. Alright, nothing else on him. Alright, let's check out the jackpot winner here. Okay, not jackpot, but $600. That's still pretty good on a slot machine. Herbert Son, 5'10", 176 pounds, age 32. Regular customer at the Maroon Rose Casino. Newly employed at Stoneworks Construction Services. Previously worked at Sun Brothers Contractors. I know that kind of line of business right there. Contracting work? I'll hold my peace. Would you like to review his statement? Yes. He's already been interviewed, we're just getting the recording. In your own words, please describe what happened the night of the murder. Hang on, I gotta think of a voice for this guy. I came in like I always do on Wednesday nights to play them slots. I did happen to see a security guard and a short gal go get that there regular shrimp delivery. Yep, it's starting to go into that kind of voice now for me. Get that there regular shrimp delivery while I was playing my game. Around half an hour later, I end up winning $600. Sure enough, then police show up. Ain't sure why until that same security guard who was with that there waitress gal announced the murder to the patrons. Oh lordy, I just about died with shock. Felt my heart stop for a second. And did you know any of the employees at the Maroon Rose Casino? Might recall a few folk, feeling like we can. That's all the information we need for now. The police department will contact you again if we have any follow-up questions. Do you have any further comments? Don't reckon I do. Maxine Douglas, 5'1", 113 pounds, age 27. Employed at the Maroon Rose Casino for 6 years as a server. Would you like to review her statement? Yes. In your own words, please describe what happened the night of the murder. Well, it was Wednesday, and that's the day we got our regular shrimp delivery for the cocktails we serve. Look at her big puppy dog eyes, they're adorable. I'm not really strong enough to carry him by myself, so I naturally asked Sanjay. He's so big and strong, you know? But anyway, I went to the surveillance room to ask for his help. Sanjay is so respectful and conscientious of our boss's needs, so he asked for permission to first before he helped me. Mr. Mort said it was fine. Sorry, I keep, not keeping track of who's saying what. So I finally got some alone time with Sanjay. But yeah, we got the shrimp to the kitchen counter. He wished me good luck, and then we went back to work. Was there anyone who might have held a grudge against your boss, Jonah Mort? No one likes the boss, but not enough to kill him. Hey, you're not thinking Sanjay did it, are you? Sanjay's big and strong, but he never hurt anyone. I'm sorry, we're not allowed to disclose that information. Oh. I feel so sorry for her. Thank you for your time, Miss Douglas. That's all the questions we have for you at this time. And finally, Sanjay. Sanjay Green, 6'5". He is tall. 180 pounds. He is tall, but actually a bit lightweight. Age 26. Employed at the Maroon Rose Casino for 3 years as a personal security guard. Would you like to review his statement? In your own words, please describe what happened the night of the murder. I don't know what voice to give this guy at the moment, so I'll just use my own, I guess. I was in the surveillance room with Maxine, needed help to bring in the Wednesday shrimp delivery. I asked Mr. Mort if it was alright to help her, and he said that it was fine. After I helped Maxine put the case of shrimp in the kitchen, I went back to my post. When I walked in the room, there was blood everywhere. Mr. Mort was lying face down on the floor. I realized he was hurt, so I called the cops immediately. The 911 operator told me how to check his vital signs. When I couldn't find any, I realized he was dead. Why didn't you report the dead body to anyone else at the casino until the police arrived? Huh?
Oh, I just thought that if the information got out to the patrons, it might cause a panic.
Thank you. That'll be all. Alright. So yeah, he was talking about why all of a sudden, after the cops get there, they announce the body. And a bit shifty of why he just now, I don't know, told the patrons or anything. But of course it does make sense not to cause a panic in the casino. Also, it would bring alert that, someone found the body, and then possibly the murderer could get away. In any case, how do I get out of here? Okay, there we go. Chair. This chair looks suspicious! Okay, we did this. Slot games are so boring. How about the curl up with a good visual novel? Hey. Emphasis on good. That's the newspaper. No, we don't want to tell them yet. Already did that. Anything else in this room? Chair. Yep. Let me pull the lever. I want to do it. I want to win. Let's see what we got. We got slot machine, newspaper, chair, slot game. Okay. Employees only. Screw it. Oh, this must be the security footage room.
It's called the CCTV room.
The security footage room. There's blood?
Everything okay?
Yep. Yeah. Everything's really, really awesome. Just, there's a lot of blood.
Is that a problem?
Not at all. Grace is an individual with... Give me a minute. Okay, think I got it. Grace is an individual with vasovagal syncope. Vasovagal syncope.
Thank you, Google. In other words, she faints at the sight of blood.
And the upper right hand corner is a meter that allows you to see how close Grace is to passing out. If you let this meter fill up all the way, Grace will faint and lose her job. That's a nice little mechanic. I know the title basically in the description says that she will faint at the sight of blood, but that's a mean mechanic. If a certain clue is covered in blood, Grace has the option to look at it or not. Due to her condition, you'll have to decide which clues are worth looking at and which are not. Choose wisely. Aha! So I get 4 shots practically. And at 5, I'm done. And I see this over here in the corner. Don't think I don't. It's the opening screen. Alright. Let's see what we got. Alright. That's the one that he won $600 at, I think. That's the conspicuous chair. That looks to be just where she goes on about slot machines. And the rest of this just looks like backdrop that was used. Alright, so hello. This is a bloody item. Are you sure you want to look at it? Yes. Ew. It's a baton covered in blood. Is this the murder weapon? Looks kind of old. Alright. So, yeah, we have the chalk outline, but we don't really need that, I would think. Anything over here? I mean, clearly there's gonna be stuff here, like, of course there is. And then this computer that's on. It's got just the smidgen of blood on it. Please don't. Damn it. It's got 2... I don't know, not even drops. I mean, they're more than drops, but I guess, whatever. Looks like the cameras really didn't capture the murder. But there's so much time left after the security guard left the room. I wonder why he didn't just completely erase himself from the footage. But no, for a baton, I mean a blunt weapon like that. That seems like a lot of blood. Then again, with enough force, you could probably make someone bleed that much from their head. There's a lot of blood in your head, mind you. But now, we could look at this, but don't think I really need to see that. Clearly, his head fell down here because it's not like a major splatter where it went everywhere. But, hang on. Why is it smeared? This is a bloody item. Are you sure you want to look at it? Yes. It's odd that there's a smear in this pool of blood. Blech. I think I got two more, well, technically one more shot. So yeah, clearly that blood splatters after the impact. So it could have happened that got hit in the head with the billy club, with a nightstick, hit his head here, blood splattered there. Then he fell on the floor here, and maybe he was dragged ever so slightly that way? No, that'd be a bigger smear, wouldn't it? Whatever, we got one more shot. I'm gonna take a look at the corner. Yeah, look how more severe these fingerprints are getting. There's a lot of blood in the corner of the desk. Could the victim have hit his head here? Yeah, so practically it's things that you could easily think of, I guess, but best to click on them so that way you have some insurance. Alright, if there's not anything else. Save. Let's see. Nope, just that computer. Okay, look at it again. Bloody eye. No, we don't need to look at it. We don't need to look at it. Okay, maybe I can look at it through here. Slot machine. Okay, that's cool. Pictures right there. This is slot machine where Herbert's son wanna do some odd residue on the buttons. Newspaper. Newspaper about a serial bank robber. Chair. Chair of evil. A very, very suspicious chair. Slot game. Totally lame. Just an ordinary slot game. Footage. Yeah. Corrupted CCTV footage. Footage of Sanjay Green leaving the security room with Maxine Douglas. Cuts out a long period of time and then shows Sanjay Green going back to the surveillance room. Bloody desk. It looks as if the victim may have hit his head here. Blood smear. A pool of blood with a smear on the side as if something was dragged in it. Baton. A bloody baton. I wonder why the murder weapon wasn't disposed of. This is where Herbert's son won $600 on the night of the murder. There's some odd residue on this. I wonder if this could be an important clue. Yeah, I know I already read it, but I just want to see if it says anything else. This is the slot machine where Herbert's son won $600. There's some odd residue on the buttons. Hang on. So Robert worked for a contracting company, and then eventually he worked for a construction company. As such, construction companies have a way towards a lot of power tools, like drills. So, hang on. About a serial bank robber. Hang on. Hang on. Can I get more detail with this? Destroyed by a drill. So, I'm thinking, hang on. I'm just going to him to point him out. I'm thinking our boy Herbert here. I've been calling him Robert the entire time, haven't I? Yeah, Herbert here is at least the one that did the drilling over at the at those banks, more than likely. Or just major coincidence. No. Baton. Blood smear. Okay, hang on. So yeah, the murder weapon wasn't disposed of, probably because they wanted to frame someone else for doing it. And the baton is the one that... The baton is what was dragging that pool of blood. Okay. I swear I think it's gotta be Herbert. Because if not, I have gone mad. And it's, okay, I'm already there, but I've gone out of my... No, I'm already out of my mind. Okay, I've lost my mind. I haven't done that yet. So clearly, if it's not Herbert, I've lost my mind. So, let's... save first. Before we decide to end our careers right here and now and crash and burn. Are you ready to solve the case? I've already lost what voice I was already using for him. So, what's your detection? The security guard Sanjay Green did it. Herbert's son, the slot winner, did it. The employee Maxine Douglas did it. I don't know, I'm a failure. Clearly, it had to be the victim. The victim did it. It was one of the express owls. No, why isn't Uncle Sister's Pantalones an option here? That'd be great. Employee Maxine Douglas did it. No. I was about to click it because I was just... Nope. I'm sorry. Looks like you're not cut out for this job. Lim! Stop teasing the girl and let her take the evidence to forensics. Forensics? They'll analyze what you found and help you put the puzzle pieces together. Don't worry, Lim. Don't worry. Lim or any other detective for that matter couldn't solve a case without the evidence being analyzed first. You were trying to trick me? Huh. I was just trying to have some fun, that's all. Lim's kind of mean. I feel kind of bad now. Alright, let's head back. Grace walks into the forensics lab. A loud crash is heard. Yep. I don't know who you are yet, but I shall figure a voice for you. Not again! There's a kid in here? Are you alright? Are you hurt? Delilah! There's a kid in here! No! I'm not! I'm pregnant! And he's pregnant! Wait. What? No, what I meant to say was, I'm not a kid. My wife is pregnant with our third child. I thought telling you that I had an adorable... I can learn to read. I can do it. Trust me on this. I thought telling you that I had an adorable family would let you know that I was an adult. But things kinda came out wrong. But you look so young. I'm 36. Older than Detective Yasui here. Good to see you again, George. Lila is older than me, though. What was that? I mean, I'm even older than Delilah. Yeah, that's right. Detective Yasui, which case are you working on today?
Actually, I'm letting Miss Sinclair here work on the case today. This girl? Did Delilah bring her in? Yep.
Ah, I see. Miss Sinclair, was it? Please, call me Grace.
Miss Grace, then.
So, what brings you here? Oh, I've brought some important evidence from case 18101.
1810104230.
Right! Okay, let's see what we have here. Slot machine analysis. Seems that there are Seems that there are Mr. Herbertson's fingerprints on this slot machine. The residue you found on the buttons is drilling fluid. Okay, I particularly don't know what drilling fluid is in this assist. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what drilling fluid is. I guess it may be lubricant, so that way you don't screw up your drill as quick or as easily. Or maybe it's for bigger, heavier duty drills. Sorry, when I think drills, I think just hand-powered tools. How strange. Newspaper analysis. Ah, yes, I read about this case. Seems the robber drills in the vaults to rob local banks. This isn't his first hit. Also, I found Mr. Jonah Moritz, the victim's fingerprints on him. He must have been reading about this story before the murder. Odd. There are also a lot of pin marks on the newspaper. Very story. Much read. I just now started reading the actual text in the newspaper. That's... He must have been a bit obsessively compulsive. Because I don't know if he himself did the pin marks there, or... Almost as if Mr. Moore was trying to figure out who the serial robber was. Chair analysis. Why did you have me analyze this, Miss Grace? Something about this chair that has to do with the case. Sorry. Slot game analysis. These are just regular slot machines. Surprisingly, it's not rigged or anything. Footage analysis. The only footage shown is the security guard leaving the surveillance room and then entering the room later. The footage seems to have been deleted after he enters the room. There are no fingerprints on the keyboard. Someone swiped themselves clean then. Blood on desk analysis. Not to gross you out or anything, Miss Grace, but there are remnants of skin on the desk. I believe the victim most likely hit his head here. As I thought. Pool of blood. This pool of blood has a strange smear on the side of it. Almost as if something had been purposely dipped in the blood. I'm starting to give him a voice. Although it sounded more like Krillin from the abridged series of Dragon Ball Z when I started it, but... Oh, what can you do? Baton analysis. There are fingerprints of Mr. Jace... I'm starting to lose his voice now. There are fingerprints of Mr. Sanjay Green, the security guard, on this baton. The blood on it is Jonah Moritz. There's also traces of drilling fluid on this as well. What did I say?
Oh, you ready to solve the case?
Okay, so I think the first thing I should figure out is how the victim died. So let's think about the evidence I collected earlier. The baton definitely belonged to Sanjay Green. The baton seems to have just been dipped in the blood, but wasn't actually used to hit Jonah Mort. Jonah Mort definitely hit his head on the desk. Perhaps this was the fatal blow. Definitely the side of the desk. Was not present at the crime scene. No, it was there. Yes, that has to be it. The murder weapon was the desk. Who was the one who shoved Jonah Moore into the desk, though? What I've learned from the evidence I collected? There's only footage of the security guard leaving the room and entering the room later. If the security guard was the murderer, why did he leave the footage of him coming back to the room? The suspect who shoved Jonah Moore into the desk was Maxine! No, we're still going with Herbert. Jonah Moore did it himself. I told you it was the victim. Yeah, I think Herbert's son killed Jonah Moore by shoving his head into the desk.
Interesting deduction. Why do you think Herbert's son is the murderer?
I'm not sure this is a pretty tough nut.
We don't say that.
I'm saying it.
Miss Sinclair, why do you think Herbert's son is the murderer?
Well, because if I think about some of the clues I've found, there's a serial robber who drills into banks. There was drilling fluid on Herbert's slot machine. Herbert's son is also
Sanjay's accomplice.
Dun dun dun. A regular customer at the casino, a gambling addict. Not necessarily. Yeah, but definitely, yeah. Serial robber?
Are you sure that's your final answer?
Yes! Did we do it? Well then, was she correct?
I can't believe it. Your reasoning's a little shaky, but that's the same conclusion I got too. Evidence points to Herbert's son being the famous serial robber. He's a very well-known customer at the casino. When robbers cash in their stolen money under the guise as gambling winnings at a bank, they're able to keep their stolen money without raising government suspicion. This is also known as money laundering. The confrontation. My theory is that Jonah Moore figured this out and confronted Herbert's son about this. Herbert's son couldn't let Jonah Moore tell anyone about this, so he killed him. I'm really surprised you were able to figure out Herbert's son was also the serial robber. Good job. You haven't technically solved the case, but neither have I. We still need to question the suspects to confirm our suspicions. However, I only wanted to test your deduction skills, and you passed. Your test is over. I'll take the case from here. Feel free to go home. I'll be expecting you to be back at the station early tomorrow.
Really? Thank you so much. Not so fast, Lim.
Yes?
You have to say it.
Fine. Delilah pulls out a recording device. You keep that on you?
Go on.
You were right.
Say my name, punk.
You, Delilah Araceli, were right, and I, Lem Yasui, I can pronounce things right, was wrong.
That'll do.
Alright. Well, I've got some witnesses to question, so I'll see you two tomorrow.
Lim leaves. I better go check on yesterday's files too. Nice job out there, girlie. Thanks, Delilah. Oh, I can't believe it. That I solved the case? Me neither. I never solved anything like that before. To be honest, when I was just little, I just smashed puzzle pieces and forced them together. I never thought, oh no, I meant my son's toes. Look how tiny they are. How can they be so small? Ah, you're right. It's so cute. Delilah returns. Hey, Greasy Girl, can I talk to you in private for a sec? Sure thing. So great that you figured out the case. I'm really proud of you. Really, really proud. What's wrong? It's about the robbery from yesterday. Yes? Turns out you didn't guess the culprit. I love that face. Yeah, it was just a random robber. I can't help but think that you only got this case solved out of pure luck. I'm so sorry, hun. I don't think this is the job for you. You're probably right, but... Can I tell you something? Yes, of course. I really, really need this job. You see, I'm a high school dropout. Okay, that's why she got kicked out. Although she said earlier her high school wouldn't take it back, but I wasn't paying attention. My grades have never been good, and I've always struggled to find anything I'm really passionate about. today I actually might have contributed to society for finding a criminal. I finally have done something good in my life. Something I finally felt like I had control over. This may be my only chance at getting a good job. This may be my only chance at making a difference in the world. Say no more. I had no idea. Of course you can keep your job. I'm starting to lose her voice too. I'm starting to lose everyone's voices in this. But instead of a full-on detective, I'll see if you can be my assistant. I'll be more of your teacher than your partner. And who knows? With enough practice, you might actually be able to become a really great detective. That sounds perfect! I can't thank you enough. Lem walks around the corner. What's this? Looks like Delilah dropped the files from the convenience store robbery case. The culprit is... Oh, why you gotta do the anime gleaming eye thing? It's so insidious and vidious and mean. And cool. I see. Lim walks over to the... Lim walks over to the... Howdy! Lim walks over to Delilah and Grace. Hello, ladies. How's our new employee doing? Oh, about that, Lim. Grace and I decided we'd like to work together. I really could use her help on cases. Oh no, I'm sorry, Delilah. I can't let you have Miss Sinclair as your partner. Why not? Because I just filled out her paperwork to be my partner. She really is a prodigy, kid. I don't think I would have solved this case without her. By the way, you dropped this. Not being so creepy. He knows! Partner? To the head detective? See you at 6. Thank you so much for playing the demo. Not at all, not at all. I thoroughly enjoyed this, actually. I don't usually play a lot of click-based adventures like this. Like the last click-based game I ever actually played was a poker game. It was at least playing with like Heavy Weapons guy and those guys and whatnot. So not much murder mystery or anything to be found in that game other than just, poker. But no, I actually really like this. I love the characters, I love the backdrops, I love the design of this game. I also like, despite my comments from before, I do like the mechanic of her actually potentially fainting. So you do have to pick wisely what your clues are going to be. Otherwise, you have to try and figure it out yourself. So yes, that is terrific. But yeah, definitely go to the Kickstarter, which again, I'll leave down in the description below. And if you got to notice in the police... dang, I don't know what to call that room. I didn't even pay attention to what it was. But yeah, basically the offices, you get to see my hat. And you could actually get your own little cameo too, or just put an Easter egg in the game as well if you go fund them Kickstarter. So, like I said, check the description down below. And what's more, if you like the video, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!